Hello everybody, good afternoon to you all. Marlena, Richard, Mike, Not, Kirota, Monica, Jason, Justin. Welcome guys. Thank you all for being here today. We have a little bit of running around to do in Stormwind to start things off. Miami Vice, good afternoon. Sarah, welcome to the stream.
Can I help you? Be careful. See you later. Have a good one.
I guess there's really no way to avoid getting the Curse of Stelvin. All attributes reduced by 5 for 10 minutes. That's a tough one. Sven, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, we also have to go to Cathedral Square. We have a turn-in over that way, seeking wisdom, and then we have to hit up the Stormwind Library. And I'm pretty sure we also have to train our level 30 skills. I don't think I trained. So we'll be doing that as well. Have a mage remove it off me? Yeah, that would be a smart thing to do. I think by the time we're like actually fighting stuff, it should fall off. We'll see. We have some more running around to do, and then we'll have to fly back, and by the time we get anywhere meaningful, 10 minutes will probably have passed. But yeah, it's a really annoying curse. Is the hunter dead, Justin? No, the hunter's not dead. She's still alive. She just needs rested XP. Level 41, we got our mount, and we don't have like a ton of quests to do, so I want to make sure she has a bunch of rested XP. We're about to go to the Badlands and do some grinding on the hunter, so yeah. Why did I stop making BG3 videos? Because I found the game incredibly boring and I wasn't having fun. I think it would have been a game that I might have had fun just playing by myself, but like as far as making content off of it, when you can spend 2 hours simply talking to NPCs, that's not really like good content for me to make. I just didn't have any fun with it.
Hello. Safe travels. See you around. See you later.
The Doomed Fleet, that's back out of Menethil Harbor. Do we have to do anything else here in Stormwind? Herbalism, we could stand to learn the next rank of Herbalism. Yeah, I think we ought to do that. First aid, I don't know if I can skill first aid up anymore. I don't think so. I think I might need the books. Let's have a look.
Need help?
Yeah, we can't do anything. At 150 we can learn Silk, but we need the books to improve our rank. So that's gonna have to wait. Marson, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Jason, you know, the moment-to-moment gameplay wasn't very interesting to me. It was like a visual novel. If you know, and sometimes I'm in the mood for that kind of thing, but not really to make content on the channel. I've contemplated, you know, one day if I ever have a ton of spare time, maybe I would play it on the Xbox, like in the evenings by myself, and just like... That way I wouldn't be stressed out when I'm sitting through like 2 hours of dialogue stuff. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, this is gonna bore the crap out of people. then I could just enjoy it for what it is, as opposed to wishing it were more exciting. Which it definitely was not exciting. Okay. What else do we have to do here? We have to train. And I think, and the old history book. Let's do the history book first. And then we'll visit the trainer.
What can I do for you? Have a good one. See you around. Have a good one.
And that one takes us over to South Shore. I don't know, maybe we will be going to South Shore pretty soon. This character has not done anything in South Shore yet. We've got down the coast we could do. We'll probably do a little bit in South Shore before we end up going to Stranglethorn, ideally. Yeah, Mike, healing is stressful. That's why nobody wants to do it. It's not incredibly fun either. It can be fun if you have a certain mentality. But generally, healing in these kinds of games is not very fun. And it's a lot of responsibility. And that's why nobody wants to do it. That's why every year we have less and less healers. I wouldn't be surprised, especially like in retail, if over time the game moves away from having dedicated healers and moves more towards having support classes. Like the way the Evoker now has kind of like a support spec. And in retail, the healers are expected to deal damage anyway, so you're almost a support spec anyway. But I wouldn't be surprised if it moves more and more away from like needing a healer. Nobody likes it.
Honor, friend.
The Islander, this is for our Berserker stance. Your renown as a warrior grows. Now it is time to pit yourself against your peers and see where you stand. I don't think I'm going to do this for a long time. I don't even know if I'm not even going to grab the quest right now. Yeah, I'm not too worried about getting a Fury stance. Charge rank 2 I want, Mocking Blow I don't care about, Overpower rank 2 I want, Thunderclap I don't really care about, Rend I'll take. Battle Shout we need, Intimidating Shout, Cower in Fear. Do they cower in fear or do they run in fear? I really don't want them to run in fear. If they cower in fear, that could be good. Demoralizing Shout, Challenging Shout, Cleave. I haven't really decided like if I'm gonna use slam or not, or if I wanna respec to do more of a dual wield. We might respec, but I would have to find another. I don't have a lot of money, and I'd have to find another one-handed weapon. Because yeah, we're not spec'ing to dual wield at all. We went another route. But yeah, I'm just about broke, so... shield wall would be great to have. I think I need to grab that. Although I can only use it in defensive stance. Sunder armor, revenge, I'm gonna hold off on. Yeah, I'd love to do a respec. I'd love to buy another one-hander, but I don't have the money.
Well met.
Even if I want to relearn my talents, it's an entire gold. Yeah. Oh, Alex, I'm in Stormwind. Yeah, I'm here at the warrior trainer. I'll do this then. And mainly what I need is I just need to find like a decent one-hander. We have Razor's Edge, level 18 weapon. It's getting pretty old, but it's decent. It's getting pretty old. It was time for me to stream, so then like, of course that means upstairs that it's time to play with the dogs and let the dogs run all over the floor and just let the dogs go crazy right above my office. Because, you know, I'm streaming now, so now is the perfect time to have the dogs play and wrestle with each other. Okay. What do we want to do? Crit strike, yes, I think crit strike, definitely. Demoralizing shout, no, I don't care about that. Unbridled wrath, yes. Piercing howl, I mean, I guess I should probably grab this. Yeah, it's always like that. It's always when I start to stream. It's like now we let the dogs out. Okay. Battle shout, maybe improve battle shout. Regenerates 1% of your health after being the victim of a crit strike. I always hate abilities like this. I don't want to be the victim of a crit strike. Even though I know I'm going to be at some point, I still hate taking it. Improved cleave, I really don't want to take improved cleave. And yeah, I guess maybe I'll just go improve battle shout for 5 points. And then we'll go into dual wield specialization. And we'll see what this is all about. And then I'm not going to grab slam in that case. We could reduce the cost of execute, could be good. This might be okay, like maybe I take this. I'm not really fond of Death Wish. It's a lot more damage. But it lowers our armor by 20%. Let's just take it so that we have it.
For the Alliance.
Yeah, a lot of times in Classic you end up having to take some talents that just don't really sound that good. I have an aversion to taking any talent that requires me to get hit, requires me to get crit, requires me to take a bunch of damage. But a lot of times those are recommended talents. Let's shop around on the auction house and see like what a one-hander costs in this economy. Probably way too much. Maybe we can find some greens just to get us going. I think this will be the first time in Classic that I've tried a two-handed Fury or a one-handed Fury build on a warrior. Usually I don't do this kind of build. Jason, you guys got 7 or 8 inches of snow in Nashville? We are, as you could imagine, on the verge of mass chaos. Yeah, we've had the snow, we had the ice. They actually shut down schools today. It's been 3 days since like the bulk of the snow came, but it's so effing cold and like they can't clear the roads because the roads are crusted in icy, slushy, frozen snow. And so they can't salt them, they can't plow them, and it's not going to get above freezing here for like 4 more days. It's not going to be above freezing. So like, I don't know if they're just going to keep canceling school or what they're doing, but yeah, we didn't have school today. I don't know. It's going to be just as bad tomorrow. It's really inhospitable. I've decided that I kind of want to live somewhere where it doesn't get this cold ever, because it's been a really, really bad week. It's been a bad week, and they're like I said, until it's going to be until next week, like Thursday, that it really starts to like warm up to normal temperatures. I don't think I want to waste the gold on any of these blue weapons. It just seems too much. Here we go. Axe of the Bear seems good. We'll get like an Axe of the Bear and an Axe of Strength or something. Do I want like a fast weapon in my offhand or a fast weapon in my main hand? Does that matter for a warrior? And that being said, like I know I have Axe skill. Axe skill is about the only thing I have skilled up. I don't have maces at all. I have no mace skill. Sword skill is okay. Actually, no, it's still really bad. Yeah, it's 11 degrees here. Tomorrow morning when I'm supposed to be taking my kid to school, it's going to be 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, the main thing is that they can't fix the roads. The roads are effed. What is this gear that you have on? I don't recognize this piece. What is this? Robes of Insight. Oh. I have never seen that before. That's really cool. Yeah, the roads are effed. The roads are going to be effed until it gets above 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not going to happen until next Wednesday, so I don't know. They should just shut down everything. Do I have any junk to sell? Not really. My inventory's pretty... I should see if I can sell the medium leather. Like, see how much that's going for per stack. That could be a way to make money. Okay, let's look for stacks. That's like nothing. It's like, I'm pretty sure I can vendor it for more than that. 26 silver. It's not even worth holding on to it in my bags. How much does it vendor for? Alex, yeah, that's fine, man. I'm not in a really big rush. Maybe I'll do some fishing or something, I don't know.
Open for business.
It doesn't tell me like how much overall. I have to do the math myself. So 10 silver? I'm just gonna sell this. I just get it out of my bags, you know? Not a big reason to hang on to it. You want the medium leather, Alex? I'll give you the medium leather, man. Yeah. You can have it.
Light bless you.
Akashic 78 degrees sounds nice, yeah. I would be fine with like 38 degrees. You know, I'm not like, at this point I'm not super picky. You know, the day before yesterday my car had trouble starting. Yesterday it did not start at all. it just gave up. And so we got a new battery for it. And thankfully like it started after the new battery went in, it started fine today. So I'm hoping that for now that's like the last of the problems that we're gonna have with the car. Fingers crossed.
Well met.
This character has never had fishing. That's unbelievable. Do I have cooking? Did I just not? Did I just give up on professions on this character? I didn't do any secondary professions apparently. That's cool. Yeah, like the car still needs new spark plugs, but it's not like an issue right now that's like causing it not to be able to be driven. So thankfully we'll be able to put the spark plugs off until we can actually afford new spark plugs. It was just like the battery, I guess like it seemed like one of the cells in the battery was dead. Because it would take a charge, like we jumped it, it took a charge, and it was able to start off a charge. But when it sat overnight, it just died. The car's a 2019, so it was the manufacturer battery that was in it, which makes sense, you know, batteries only last 3 to 5 years, so the battery was on its last leg anyway. Yeah, eventually something else will happen with it now. Usually once one thing happens with the car, it's like a cascading effect of badness that'll happen. If we're lucky, we'll be able to drive it without problems, you know, for a few more months, and then something else will crop up, and that's just kind of how it is when you drive an older car. Like, basically, it has to survive a few more days of bitter cold. If it can get through a few more days of bitter cold without having any more issues, then, like, maybe it'll last until spring. Daniel, good afternoon, man. Welcome. It's going okay today. I hesitate these days to say like things are going great because, you know, I live in a frozen hell, so like things are going okay. Things are going about as well as I can expect in my position. Like new vehicles take a different type of battery? Yeah, I mean, I will say that, like, the way the battery was in the car was a little bit of a pain in the butt. Usually, like, it's really simple to take a battery out, put a new battery in. This thing had, like, a bunch of stuff kind of, like, stacked on top of the battery. They definitely don't make it easy for you to do anything yourself with a car these days. Like, even something as simple as changing the battery has to be made more complicated by, like, there's, like, sensors you have to unplug, like... The cables and stuff go to a manifold box that's like on top of the freaking positive battery end. Like it's kind of a pain. Everything is meant to be a pain. The battery was a problem. The car that had a rough time starting 2 days ago did not start at all yesterday. It was dead as soon as I got up in the morning, and I started it before bed too. Like before we went to bed, it was like 11 o'clock or midnight. I started it up, I let it run, and I just like crossed my fingers. But then by like 9 o'clock the next morning, it was dead as a doornail. And so we charged it, and it took a charge, and it started up. So I said, okay, you know, it seems like maybe the battery's dead. Let's put a new battery in it. So since that's been in there, it's been starting fine. We'll see how long it lasts, though. Like your wife's car, the battery's behind the front tire. That's so stupid. Is it like a place where you basically have to take the fender off of the car to get to it? Yeah, they make cars purposely obtuse. They want you to have to take it to the dealership to have anything done to it. They want you to open the hood, look at it, and just like do this. And then cry a little bit inside, and then they want you to take it to the dealership and pay them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to do like simple maintenance. You had to jack the car up and get behind the fender. It's so heinous. I would sell that car immediately. Oh god. Yeah, it's awful. Yeah, some cars the battery's actually in the trunk. Yeah, you'll have the terminals under the hood if you need to jump it. But then in reality the battery is in the trunk of the car. Yep. Anything to make it confusing and daunting to work on yourself. They don't want you to be able to do your own work. Some are under the back seat. That's what I want, a lead acid battery under the back seat of my car. My fishes are all getting away. Maybe I need like a shiny bauble or something to attach.
See you around.
That could be good. Yeah, I freaking hate cars. I remember when I was a kid, when I was like a teenager, thinking that I would just live in a place where I didn't need to have a car. Like I thought I was never gonna get my license. I thought I was never gonna like have to drive. And then I got stuck in Michigan, and like in Michigan you have to have a car. So like eventually at 18 I had to get my license. I had to start driving, but like for a long time I was like really opposed to it. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. And still to this day, I really hate the fact that, like, I have to rely on having a fucking car. It really sucks. It doesn't bring me, you know how some people like cars, they like to drive them, they like to have a nice one, you know. I don't take any joy from motor vehicles. I've never had a car that's brought me like any joy. Like cars to me have always been like a necessary thing that have just been it's like a time bomb. It's like, when is this thing that's necessary for your life, when is it gonna have a problem? When is it gonna break down at the worst possible moment? It's never been something that I've been able to enjoy in my entire life, and I'm 40 years old. So if I haven't enjoyed cars yet, I'm probably never going to. And I envy those people that like they have a car, they love driving cars, it's like a fun thing for them to do. Like typically those are people who have always been able to drive new cars. In my life I've only ever driven cars that were pieces of crap. So you kind of grow a hatred, I guess. Yeah, when we lived in Missouri, like, having a car didn't matter. We lived downtown Kansas City. You could walk places. You had a bus. You had a streetcar. You could get everywhere you needed to go by either walking on your own 2 feet or taking public trans or some kind of combination of those two things. And that made it a lot better. That way, like, you wake up one day, your car doesn't start, no big deal. You take care of it when you can take care of it. In the meantime, it can sit there and you can carry on with your life, and you're only like a little bit inconvenienced. But when you live in a place like I live now, which is like out in the suburbs of Shitopia, you have to have a car just to get to the grocery store. You know, you have to have a car to drive your kid to school because there's no bus that picks them up. They make it so that you have to have it for everything. Oh crap, Alex, you're here. Let me give you these. There you go, sir. Ooh, nice. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's awesome. All right, let's go do some shopping. Thank you so much. Let's buy some decent weapons. I still think like maybe I'll buy some greens. I don't know if I want to spend the money on the blues. Nancy, I know a lot of people that are like that these days. Yeah, a lot of times it's like younger people than me, I should say. Like I know some people like in their 20s and stuff that, you know, they drive, but it seems like they have like anxiety issues about driving. I think that's becoming like more and more common amongst people. Yeah, when we lived downtown, Sarah, we had a small car. We had a Nissan Versa. And so like parking was never a problem. We could always park in like the compact spots, you know? The super convenient compact spots. If we'd had like a large car, then like, yeah, like city living would have been a pain in the butt. Alright, let's see. I think I want to stick with axes because, well, we have axe skill. Maybe we should get a sword just to put like in our offhand. We could skill it up that way. Okay, that's a little bit pricey. Yeah, I don't think any of these blues are worth it. That's so crazy. What else do we got? Even the swords are just so much more expensive than the axes. Strength and agility, I don't really know how much I benefit from agility, honestly. Let's just go back to axes. Yeah, I don't think the blues are really worth it. This is a level 25 blue. 5 gold. 15.2, 18.9. We've got attack power here. I think I'm gonna grab the of the bear. I think that's perfect. So we'll take the of the bear. And then maybe I just take this axe of attack power. I don't really know like what speed of weapons that I need, whether the speed matters for a warrior for like the offhand and main hand or what. But I think maybe just to get us going, I'll take the attack power. Relatively cheap. Do we need anything else? We could use a helmet if we can find one. We could use another ring if we could find one. Stamina and spirit. Okay. Crown of the bear. Okay, yes. Yes, I think this. That's pretty decently priced. And then let's go to rings and see if we can find anything. I mean, that's kind of expensive for a ring, but it's decent stats. Some of them are up here for 10 gold. This one's up here for 5. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's really all that we need. Do we have any just like really bad pieces of gear? Not really. Some of our stuff is getting a little bit dated, but that's okay. We want a slow offhand and a fast main hand. I'm just not seeing a lot of like fast weapons. That's the problem. I guess if I wanted a fast weapon, I'd have to look at swords. Maybe that would be a little bit faster. I don't know. Yeah, see, 2.6 is still slow. Yeah, all these weapons are just slow. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna get a fast main hander right now. I haven't seen anything that's been faster than like a 2.5. That's 2.4. Way too expensive for our blood anyway. 2.7. Yeah, there's nothing. I need like a rapier, like or like a saber. I'm just gonna run with what we got for now. And we'll just have to keep our eyes open for other options. Either way, I can't find anything fast. Like 2.2 is as fast as I got, and that's like a medium speed. That'll be fine for us for right now. I think that'll be okay. 2.2, they're both the same exact speed, so. Apparently, I sent myself some gold at some point. Okay, I don't know where that gold came from, but it came from one of my characters. That's nice. Alright, so yeah, that's what we're gonna roll with for today, and we'll see how that works. Slow main-hander and fast off-hander. I'll look out for a fast weapon. Alex, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll keep my eyes open, but I didn't see anything on the auction house, and I'm not going to worry about it for right now. My target is too low a level. Ouch. Really? What level does the item have to be? Requires level 30. I am level 30, but I guess like maybe my gear is not level 30. Yeah, we need better gear to use these. That's really funny. This requires level 40. I'm gonna pop the gloves into my bank. That way we have them, but we're not carrying them around.
What can I do for you?
I'm gonna pop the armor kits in there for now as well. Yeah, that's fine. I think we're gonna probably sell the other weapons. We'll probably sell these. They're a bit outdated anyway.
Go with honor, friend.
And then eventually here we'll get going and we'll fight some stuff.
Looking for something specific?
For new players, do I recommend classic or retail? If you're like a straight up new player, like you're not a returning player, you've just never played WoW before, I would probably recommend classic. The problem with that recommendation is that there are so many different versions of classic to play right now. It makes it a challenge. I would recommend, like, a new player jump into classic Season of Discovery. It's tough, because I would almost recommend Wrath of the Lich King Classic. It's somewhere between Wrath of the Lich King Classic and Season of Discovery is what I would recommend for like completely new players. It's a little overwhelming. Everything's overwhelming. Like, the fact that you have so many different versions of the game to play is in itself overwhelming. That's the problem. It makes it really hard to form a recommendation. I wouldn't say jump right into retail.
With honor, friend.
The retail new player experience starts okay. Like, you do level 10, you go to Exile's Reach, you get to level 10. Level 1 to 10 is like a really smooth experience. Once they dump you in Stormwind in retail, or Orgrimmar, depending on your faction, like, after that, it can get really confusing for a new player if you don't have any guidance or any experience with the game. And so that's why I would say Classic. I would almost say Wrath of the Lich King Classic would be a good starting point. Look to the stars. What is this? Oh, okay. Locate Mary, persuade her to give up a reflective surface. Legend of Stalvin. The Tauren journal page provides your next clue. I don't know what that means. My next clue. I don't know. Is it just not marked on my map? Oh, it's the logging camp. Okay, let's not get on a flight. Let's run out to the logging camp while we're here. That's what we have to do next for this one. Getting the Divine Storm Rune is going to be a pain. Yeah. Oh, I feel you there. It's my least favorite thing about Season of Discovery is how to acquire runes. Except for the few of them that there's a handful that you come across organically. There's a handful that you just find, like, on your own. But yeah, all the complicated ones where they're like, kill 6 elites across 3 different zones and group up with people, like, I don't like any of that stuff. I really don't like how runes are acquired. It's what stopped me from rolling up a bunch of alts. Like, if I were just given the new abilities as I leveled the character up and they just gave you the new abilities like every other ability at certain level points, I probably would have leveled up like every single class to level 25 at least, just to see how they're different. But when I think about having to acquire the runes, I'm just like, no. I don't want to pull up Wowhead and look at, like, I gotta go to Stone Talon and kill an elite, but I'm on the Alliance side and we don't really go to Stone Talon. It's a huge pain in the butt. I don't really like it. I'm hoping that when they open up the level 40 band, that acquiring the first 12 runes will be made a little bit easier, because there's going to be less people doing that content. And as soon as there's less people doing that content, it's going to be a lot harder to find groups to kill the elites that you need. So I'm hoping that they change rune acquisition for levels 1 to 25 once phase 2 is up. Because if they don't, it's going to make it pretty hard for people to want to roll up alts. Like, at all. Yeah. I don't know. I have issues with Season of Discovery. I wish the discoveries were not related to abilities. I wish we could discover other stuff. I wish the discoveries were gear and quest and gold and gear and gear. Did I mention gear? Did I mention that I like the idea of finding gear out in the world, like, randomly? I like that idea a lot. And I when it comes to abilities, I just want my character to learn the abilities, like, in a normal way. So I'm hoping for, like, whatever season comes after Season of Discovery that they don't do it like this again. Alex, what's up, man? Where you at? I'm gonna go to this watering hole and fish. You can find me fishing. I'll be right over here. Today is the fishing stream, where primarily what we do is fish. Alex, how dare you hold up the entire stream? We have important things to do. Like running to the logging camp and then running back. This is the most exciting part of the stream. I think that especially for, like, solo players, like, I'm a big solo player. Like, I like doing everything I can solo. You know, except for dungeons. Like, you do a dungeon, awesome. We group up, we do a dungeon. You do a raid, we group up, we do a raid. But I don't like having to group up in the open world for mandatory stuff. And when it comes to getting new abilities, like, that stuff is mandatory. And I don't appreciate it. Oh, you said beast slaying on the weapon? Okay, let me... You don't want the fishing rod, though. The fishing rod's not what you want. We want the weapon. And I don't like things that force me to group up. Like, getting runes on the priest was really, really annoying, because you have to have another priest group up with you, they have to pray at you, or you have to pray at them, you have to kneel in front of them, which is, like, kind of weird. And that was really, really not fun. I didn't find it fun, I didn't find it, like, engaging gameplay. All it was, like, I had to stop, I had to spam for a priest, or find someone in the guild, I had to wait, I had to group up. And it wasn't interesting gameplay. Not at all. Alex, thanks so much, man. That's awesome. I feel like a beast now. I can't wait to actually attack something. In 20 minutes, we'll be attacking actual stuff. For now, we have a run ahead of us. Alright, it's a little early, but while we do this run, I have a tuna sandwich. I'm gonna eat like half of it. I'm not super hungry. But yeah, it's a good time for me to eat this. I know, like, we basically just started. Why am I eating lunch? Well, it's because I don't plan well. So I'm going to turn my cam off for a minute. We're going to make the run out to the logging camp, and I'm going to eat the sandwich. I'll pop a note into chat. I can't pin comments anymore. They have taken away the ability to pin comments. I don't know why. I don't know why they've done that, but yeah. So I can't pin it anymore. It's okay because nobody sees the pinned comment anyway. So we'll just do that. I will let this... That can sit in the chat, and I will see you guys on the flip side.
Light be with you. Be careful for the Alliance. Go with honor, friend.
Kind of hoping we... Oh, God. that almost scared me. Yeah. I should have been expecting it, but I wasn't. It was almost a jump scare. Hey, she didn't curse us this time. That's nice of her.
Need help? Light bless you. For the Alliance.
We're going back to Tavern Keep Smits.
Light bless you.
Is Tavern Keep Smits back in Darkshire? Kinda hope so. Yes, okay. So we can go ahead and hearth out of here now. I can disable comments when I go AFK? That's pretty cool. I wonder why I can disable comments but I can't pin my own comment anymore. It's kind of a weird choice on YouTube's part.
What can I do for you? For the Alliance. See you later. Be careful.
Can I help you? Have a good one. Farewell. Safe travels.
Good day to you. See you later. Have a good one.
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Need help? See you around. Safe travels.
Alright, so all the running around is done. What do I want to actually work on, though? Let's go down here and we'll persuade Mary to give us a reflective surface. That's going to be over this way. After that, I don't know. We could go after the Dark Runners. We could go after Abercrombie's crate. We've got a few options, but we're kind of at a point where we're out of green quests. Perch, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. I don't have the speech to quest add-on enabled in this one. We were doing the AI voices in the mage playthrough, but my mage got killed yesterday due to a lag spike on Blizzard's end. It's the first character in hardcore that I lost to a server-side lag issue. I don't mind the AI voices. Sometimes the AI voices are like maddeningly inconsistent in a couple of different ways. Sometimes they're inconsistent in quality. Sometimes they're inconsistent in their volume. Like different times it'll be loud, it'll be quiet. They're a little bit inconsistent. Oh yeah, the mage died yesterday. I put the video up already. It was just like, it was server lag, you know, like you fire off your ability and all of a sudden like you're still casting but you're not really casting because really the server has gone down. It was a bummer. We had just hit level 20. And I kind of thought, like, that's why it's good to be on a hardcore character that can auto-attack. Because at least if you disconnect and you're on a character that can auto-attack, you have a pretty good chance of, like, DPSing them down through the disconnect. Whereas on a mage, you are not auto-attacking, so you are dying. Like, we disconnected one other time on the human paladin way back on Bloodcell Buccaneers, but when we came back in, we had auto-attacked the enemy down, and that was great. Is the hunter still okay? Yeah, the hunter's level 41. I'm trying to get people rested experience, because if I don't do that, it gets kind of tough to keep leveling them. Mary's looking... Did I not... Wait, what did I not do? I didn't do something. Oh, it's the ghoul that has it, right? Yeah, okay. I thought she just gave it to us. No, she didn't give it to us. A crazy ghoul has it. We have to go kill him. JP, good afternoon. Yeah, the hunter too. Anything that can auto-attack through a disconnect is good. Warriors, paladins, rogues, hunters. Basically, just like you don't want to be a caster. You don't want to be a caster. Unless you're a priest, maybe, because a lot of what you do on the priest is you wand. You wand things down. So maybe if you're mid-wand and then you disconnect, maybe you just keep wanding until it dies. Basically the same thing as an auto-attack at that point. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do another mage in hardcore, because that was a real bummer. We had just opened up portals. I didn't even get to train my portals yet. I was like, level 20, we get portals, so exciting, big milestone, dead. Big milestone and rip. Sometimes he's inside the building here, but not today. Not today. Maybe he's around back. Perch, you're thinking about starting to play WoW with your son? 4.5 years old? It's pretty young. Pretty young. I would say when my son wants to play, which, you know, rarely ever does he really want to play WoW. Every once in a while he gets it in his head that he wants to. And when he wants to play, we play Wrath of the Lich King. And we play Wrath of the Lich King because you don't have to worry so much about mana. It's a little bit, things are made a little bit easier. So yeah, when my son wants to play, he plays Wrath. He's got like a level 10 mage in Wrath of the Lich King. Yeah, Jason, exactly. Level 20, man. I was so excited to get like portals and like have the traveling aspect of leveling up become so much. I always forget about portals on the mage until we unlock them. I was pretty excited. I just don't know if I can do another mage in hardcore though. I have a Forsaken mage on the Horde side actually. I don't even know what level she is. She must be like level 19 or 20. I did a recording on that mage like 2 or 3 months ago, randomly, but the audio came out so bad that I never posted the video. My audio settings were like completely jacked up and I didn't fix them before I recorded. Maybe I could dust that mage off eventually. I think I need a little cooldown time though from the mage. It's a bummer when you die like right at a milestone. Especially when it's a milestone like you unlock something really cool. The way things are going, like if I keep streaming hardcore every day, I'm gonna need another character in the rotation so that our characters can all get rested. Like we have a little bit of rested here. How much rested does the hunter only has 30% rested? Yeah, I might need to pull like another character into the rotation anyway. As these guys hit like level 30, 40 and stuff like that. Where is this crazed ghoul at? There he is. Somebody must have killed him. Here's our buddy. The insane ghoul, as opposed to most ghouls who are like completely in their right mind. This one is insane. Completely different. we are missing a lot. We are doing a lot of missing. I'm not a huge fan of that, actually. Yeah, exactly. You burn it really quick and it takes a long time to get it back. Yep, even to get, especially if you want to get like a full bar of it, like I prefer to get at least a full bar of rested, which is, I guess that's 100%. I used to think you can get 2 full bars of rested, and that was 100%, but I'm pretty sure that 1 bar of rested, like a full level bar of rested, is as much as you can get. I'd like for the hunter to have like 60-70% rested before we jump back on and do a lot. Because I feel like we're going to be doing some grinding in the Badlands. And then if I'm going to be doing some grinding, I need to have rested XP. how am I tracking the amount of rested account wide? It's an add-on called Altaholic. Yeah, and on the summary page here, like anybody that I've logged in, it'll show how much rest. There's a bunch of other stuff you can do too. You can check their bags, you can check their banks, but mainly I'm using it to monitor their rested XP.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend. Be careful. For the Alliance.
Alright, so everything we have here now is level 30. Do we have quest anywhere else? Excavation team, this just turns in back at Menethil Harbor, I think. The Cursed Crew we were working on, that's level 29, we could do that. Ashenvale, yeah, we let some stuff. I'm not really interested in going back to Ashenvale right now. Maybe eventually we will the follow-up with this level 29. And besides that, you know, we have stuff in South Shore we could do. Soothing Turtle Bisque and down the coast. Everything is like the same level right now. I guess it really doesn't matter what we do or where we do it. We're looking at level 30 quest across the board. Not really any way to be working on green quest right now, unfortunately. Let's try to do this stuff down here, the runners, and then getting the stuff from the ogre area. We'll see how we feel about that. We'll give it a shot. If it seems too risky, then we'll do something else. Yeah, that's what it feels like, Alex. You let them sit for a couple weeks and then you burn through that rested in a couple days. Especially if you do like big play sessions where you play for a few hours at a time. It's really easy to burn through it all. I don't even know like what third character I would work into the rotation. I feel like it would have to be something on the Horde side at this point. I have so many Alliance characters. And I've played so much Alliance recently. The only exception to that is the Orc Shaman I have for Season of Discovery. That's like my only Horde character that I'm consistently playing. Do I ever team up with other players while streaming? Yeah. Yeah. Yep, we've done dungeons and stuff like that. I'll group up with randoms sometimes for like quest. If it's a challenging quest and it's a kill quest, I'll group up with people. I don't go out of my way to group up in the open world. But for dungeons, yeah, certainly. Alex, you are allowed to now. Yeah, it's official hardcore, man. We can do whatever we want in official hardcore. Yeah, back on Bloodsail Buccaneers, it was solo self-found. We weren't allowed to group up. Sometimes it still seems like I play that way, but I do group up sometimes. Like if I run into somebody back here and they seem like they're working on the same enemies, I would invite them to group. Because this area is a little bit dangerous. Lots of Shadow Weavers. Like, what do we got back here? See, there's somebody back here. Oh, it's a Chinese hieroglyphic. I don't know. I don't know about that. I also don't know about pulling these guys out. Let's take out this guy right here. He's kind of in the way. And we'll go from there. Let's get some of our potions going also. I'm gonna see if I can pull this guy by himself. That's a negative. Let's go ahead and we'll do retaliation here. I feel like with retaliation we should be okay. As long as we don't pull anything else. And then I also have Death Wish that I don't think I ever pulled out to the bar. There we go. I need to buy some more food next time we're in town. We can make some more bandages. That could be good. Stevie, you saw a stream, or Asmin talking about bots doing leatherworking? Yeah, there's lots of bots. Bots are an issue. It's hard to tell like who's a bot and who's not. I've been accused of being a bot before. I don't remember like what character I was playing recently, but someone ran up to me and they were like, bot, and I was like, you are. And they were like, oh, sorry, you were moving like a bot. And I'm just thinking to myself, what in the hell does that mean? I was moving like a bot. Okay. And furthermore, like if you think someone is a bot, what is the point of running up to them and saying, bot? Like, if I am a bot, I'm not reading it. If I'm not a bot, you've just offended me. So yeah, I didn't get it. He literally ran up to me and said, bot, and I said, you are. And then he apologized and told me that I was moving like a bot. And then I told him to say hello to YouTube. That's right, Jason. I remember that you got kicked from a dungeon because they thought you were a bot. Yeah, I don't know. People are paranoid. You weren't playing the way they wanted you to. Right. I was moving, I think because I strafe a lot, maybe. Like, I often will strafe like this to get a better angle on enemies. And maybe that's something bots do. I really don't know how bots move. I've never been a bot before, so it's hard to say. There were two of them in here. I did not see that there were two of them. I'm gonna pop a Death Wish and we're gonna see like what happens. Let's roll the dice. I have potions if I need them. That was okay. Oh, okay. It was okay. It got slightly less okay. I've learned that on the warrior, like, running away is not the thing to do here. Like, we have to fight through this. Even if it means I have to pop a potion. I'm gonna pop the potion now, actually. We have hyper spawns. We gotta get away from the hyper spawns, at least. We didn't get away from the hyper spawns. Son of a biscuit. Okay, you need to, yeah, there you go. Okay, nope. Okay, now we run. And by run, I mean we just get dazed and dazed for days. I think we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be close. I have things I could do, probably, like abilities I could use. Like, I have Intimidating Shout. That needs to be out. Wait, what is the problem with this? Oh, I don't have the rage for it. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're fine. Everything's fine here. Yeah, I could fear them. I have a couple of different options that I just don't have on the bar yet. I thought I had, like, Piercing Howl or something. I don't see it. Intimidating Shout. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, this area is always really dangerous. I probably shouldn't be here, but the problem is, like, I don't have anywhere else I could be. Like, I don't have any low-level quests to do. That's part of the problem. That always becomes the problem. The problem is that I don't have lower-level stuff to do. And like I don't remember what we did on this character as far as like her leveling path. I don't remember like how much we did in Darkshore. I don't remember how much we did in other zones like early on, so I don't know how effed up her leveling path is basically. This could be another case of being like perpetually behind the leveling curve. So my wife just informed me that no school again tomorrow. No school today, no school tomorrow, and it's because, you know, the weather is so bad and the weather is not going to get better. It's not going to get warmer. It's going to be colder than ever. The roads are encrusted, and they're encrusted in slush that has turned to ice, and so they can't be plowed. If you were to try to plow the streets here right now, like, you would break your plow. And they can't be salted because salt doesn't work unless it's like 30 degrees Fahrenheit or warmer. And so, like, school's basically canceled for infinity. The stupid thing is, like, back during COVID, like, they had, like, setups in the classroom so that they can go virtual. You know, all the kids have laptops, but all the equipment that they had in the classrooms that allowed the teachers to, like, run a virtual classroom, they took all that shit out of the classrooms. So now here in Michigan, they don't have any means to like run a virtual classroom. So the kids are just out of school. They were trying to come back from vacation, but now they're just out of school, and like who knows when they'll get to go back. All because they can't keep technology in place just to do school from home. Meanwhile, back in Missouri where we used to live, the kids there are, you know, their school system is not retarded. And so the kids there are able to do like virtual school for these days that it's not safe to come in. Meanwhile, like, my kid just misses out on learning and he's bored as F. You know, he's just, like, bored. He's got nothing going on. He's ready to go back to school and see his friends, but he can't. And he's probably getting stupider by the day. Because that's what happens when learning stops. So, yeah. Yeah, they should have kept the ability to be virtual. Like, all the kids have laptops. Oh, Jesus H. Mother effing son of a bitch. Am I doing this quest? Probably not. I'm probably gonna bail out of here. Yeah, all the kids have laptops. The kids have the ability to open their laptops and go into Google Classroom, but they took out all the technology from the classrooms that would allow the teacher to actually run a virtual class. You know, either that or from home. You know, because sometimes the teachers can't get into school either, so they could run it from home if they were set up to run from home, but you know they're not. So. Like, they made up all this technology, they made up all these solutions, and then, like, as soon as they didn't absolutely need these virtual learning solutions anymore, they gutted them. Because the alternative is to, like, pay the cost to maintain them. The ogres might be easier. Yeah, you're right, the ogres might... Where am I at here? 7 out of 12, though. I'm more than halfway through. I feel like I could get it. We're doing okay at running away at least, so there's that. All the cuss words. I tried not to cuss there, but it was a cuss-worthy moment. I don't know. I do think that YouTube often punishes me for how often I curse on the stream, so like I try to not curse. But yeah, it's not always like safe for work around here. It's like 80% safe for work. There's just no telling when it's not going to be safe. That's the only problem. Sometimes son of a biscuit does not like convey my frustration. Sometimes it just doesn't get there. It's safe until it isn't. Yeah, exactly. But furthermore, like who is sitting at work with like this kind of audio coming out their speakers. That's what I don't understand. Like, it's safe for work because if you're at work, you have earbuds in, right? Like, you're not sitting at the office listening to this through the PC speakers. So like, it's your responsibility to make this stream safe for work, and you do that by making sure your boss can't overhear any of it. That's how it's safe for work. Is it safe for family? No, not really. Like, I would not have my kid listening in all the time. 80% of the time, it's probably fine. Abby Forth, that's I don't even know what to say to that. That's like atrocious. You're accused of being bots. Yeah, you have to do /follow in dungeons, so they think you're a bot. Can bots /follow people? I feel like some of the behavior that like people attribute to bots is like not even behavior that bots do. That's terrible. The problem is that botting is so rampant that people are paranoid. People will look at you and they'll just think, well, this must be a bot. This person is not playing the game how I would play the game, and therefore they have to be a bot. And until Blizzard like addresses the bot problem and like finds a way to get rid of bots, like that kind of stuff is going to keep happening. Unfortunately. Marlena, you always tell your colleagues that you're watching the stream instead of working? Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, listen, I would work right now, but I am watching a stream. But don't worry, the stream is typically safe for work, so that makes it okay. I got another guy here. I think I can handle this guy. Let's heal up. How many more guys can I pull over here? That's the question. Do I pop Death Wish here? Nah, I don't think so. Oh, look, we got help. We got some heals. I'm gonna back off on this, though. I'm gonna say thank you because this person might have just saved me. Very potentially, they could have just saved my life. 12 out of 12. Hey, you know what? We're done. I want to loot these, but I don't want to fight 6 more enemies. I wonder if I can, like, just get in here. Shoot. No, no, no. Ah, dang it. Okay, it's just one guy. We're fine. So close. Yet so very far away. I think because retail, people pay less attention to what other players are doing in retail. And retail's kind of, especially like in dungeons and stuff, retail's kind of hectic. It's hard to tell what's going on anyway. Like in retail, 2 people could handle the dungeon all by themselves. So if 2 or 3 of the group members are not contributing at all, like it's really easy in retail for them to be carried most of the time. Either way, like botting is a problem in all versions of the game. And people are a problem too, because people are very quick to make assumptions. Alright, now we're gonna get out of here. I'd like to have enough rage to fear these people. Like maybe I build up some rage here, I fear them, and then we get out. 25 rage, oh dear god. Okay. Now we run away, and preferably we don't come back. Let's head this way. I'm not getting a lot of good vibes about staying alive on this character today. I feel like we've had way too many close calls. And that's a problem. We're gonna try to come down here and do the ogre quest. If I keep having close calls, then I'm gonna have to reassess what I want to do today. Because what I don't want to do today is to get this character killed. Especially not after I got my mage killed yesterday. Any tips to keep the game interesting as a solo player? I'm not sure, because I've always found the game fun and interesting. Like, I don't know, I've played so many characters. And people always say, like, how can you do the same quest over and over again? Don't you get tired of it? And the answer is not really. I don't really get tired of it, just because every time you roll up a character, like, you do things in a different order, you do things in a different way. Maybe there's a zone that you go to on one character that you don't go to on other characters. Depending on like what race you start as, you're always starting in a different spot. Like, kind of one of the funnest things to do as a solo player is to play a bunch of alts. But I've never really gotten sick of it. Do I want to do Ruby Sanctum? On my 4600 gear score Ret Pally, I don't think I'm like ready for... I'm not even ready for ICC. I don't even think my character's ready for ICC. It's a 4600 gear score Ret Pally. Also, pivoting from hardcore right into Wrath of the Lich King rating would be like a very hard pivot. That would be probably like the hardest pivot that I've ever done. No, I mean, I could pivot into retail. That would be the hardest pivot. If I pivoted from hardcore warrior to like retail looking for raid, that would be a hard pivot. Every once in a while I get the urge to play Wrath, but like a lot of times I just don't. I get the urge to play Wrath, I play Wrath for a day, and then I'm like, okay. And then I'm like satisfied. I'm kind of hoping that in Cataclysm I'll be inclined to be a bit more consistent with it, but I'm not sure. Jason, I was never a Friends fan. I'm more of a Seinfeld person. I never really liked Friends. I didn't really like any of the characters in Friends. I found them all kind of annoying and unrelatable. Two and a Half Men, nah. Nah, I don't really watch a lot of comedies. Like, Seinfeld's funny. How I Met Your Mother was funny. How I Met Your Mother is like my generation's Friends. It's like Friends, but instead of a coffee shop, there's a bar. Basically, besides that, it's almost the exact same thing. I don't watch a ton of sitcoms. I don't really watch a ton of TV. Alex, you can make rage pods out of the large fangs. I'll try to keep my eyes open. Large fangs. What do we got over here? We got a human rogue level 28. They're very ballsy. Like, I wouldn't be here at level 28. Not a chance. There's a chest back here. I probably want to grab this chest before it gets ninja'd from us, and then we'll grab Abercrombie's crate. Nothing good in the chest, obviously. Why would there be? Vestor and Kata ruined the game for you? Yeah, there are people that feel that way. I enjoyed Kata when it came out, because when it came out, like, I was ready for a change, you know? The problem I had with Cataclysm is that, like, ultimately Cataclysm did not age well. Because they changed the zones, and then, like, all of the zones were stuck in a moment of time. And the moment of time they were stuck in is the moment right after the Cataclysm happened. So all of the quests and all the environments and all the NPCs after that, they were all stuck in this moment where the Cataclysm had just happened. So no matter when you were leveling up a character, whether it was a year later, or 2 years later, or 5 years later, or 8 years later, you were leveling up through zones that had just been affected by the Cataclysm. And it was immersion breaking, and it never made sense. After the first, like, 6 months, like, it didn't make sense. They needed some phasing in those zones to, like, you do it once, and then they needed to move them to a period of time that was, like, a little ways after the Cataclysm had happened, where stuff had kind of settled down and gotten back to normal. Because it was always weird that the Cataclysm had always just occurred in all of those zones. You'll never forgive them for flooding Thousand Needles. That was kind of bogus. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. They flooded the entire thing. Then they put a big goblin boat out in Shimmering Floods. Like, no one likes goblins. I'll never forgive them for giving the Horde goblins. Like, the Horde got goblins and the Alliance got werewolves. Like, give me a break. That's not balanced at all. Patrick, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. What do I think about the Cataclassic release? I think I'm gonna play it. Like, I don't know. What can I say, you know? Am I like super amped up for it? Not really. I'm not like super amped up for it. My guild took a break in Cataclysm. We took a break from raiding, so like a lot of the raids I haven't really seen. The only raid that I remember in Cataclysm is Firelands, which was a really good raid. I remember Firelands being a lot of fun. So like I'm kind of hoping that what I get out of Cataclysm is the ability to see the raids that I didn't see back then. I'm also hoping to see the Alliance side of the Cataclysm, because I played Horde back in the day. My guild was Horde. I basically only ever played Horde. So I haven't seen a lot of the Alliance zones, like, in the Cataclysm change. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the Alliance stuff. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the raids. But do I have, like, a ton of hype for it? No, not really. Like, no. I think Cata is probably, like, more exciting for people that didn't play Cata originally. Like, if you missed the boat on Cataclysm, if you came to the game, like, later on, then Cataclysm Classic is probably going to be really cool for a little while. But if you're someone like me who, like, you played it, you know, it's not the most exciting thing. Will they keep Wrath servers? I doubt it. The problem is, like, if they keep Wrath servers, how are people going to feel that wanted Burning Crusade servers? They've basically put themselves into a position where they can't keep Wrath servers around. Because then people are going to be like, okay, well, where's my Burning Crusade server at? You're telling me we keep a Wrath server, but we didn't keep a Burning Crusade server? What's that? So no, I think they put themselves in a position where they can't do that. And what they'll say to people, they'll say, well, if you want to play the game like as it was, you still have Classic Era, you still have Seasonal Classic, and they'll point to these other versions of the game, you still have Hardcore. And that's how they'll address complaints like, oh, like people say, I don't want to see the old world destroyed, I don't want to see the old world remade. They'll say, well, you have versions of the game where you can go and you don't have to deal with that. But no, I don't think they'll keep a Wrath server open. Yeah, there'd be too many versions of the game. Yeah, it's already really confusing for people to try to play WoW. You know, I'd love to see them keep a Wrath server open. I'd love to see them open up a Burning Crusade server, but eventually, like, it just gets so confusing. Especially for people that are, like, coming into the game who are newer to Classic or newer to the game in general. It just gets super confusing. Like, what version should I play? Where are people playing? What version is popular? What version is dead? Like, it just gets to be too much. They should have stopped at Wrath Classic. Yeah, but why? You know what I mean? Like, from their perspective, why? Because there are people who are interested in Cata. And a lot of it is, like I said, there are lots of people who play WoW, who play Classic, who did not originally start playing WoW until way after Cataclysm. There are people that started in Mist. There are people that started playing in WoD. There are people that started playing in BFA. in Legion, in Shadowlands, like, and for those people, like, Cataclysm is new. Cataclysm is something they didn't get to see with the actual context of it. So for them, it'll be good. Obviously, there's a large group of people that have zero interest in it. But I think you can expect them to continue to put out classic expansions. You can expect them to put out Cataclysm. They're probably going to put out Mist of Pandaria. They're probably going to put out Warlords of Draenor. Like, they're probably just going to keep going with it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect them to stop. I'd rather they put that development resource into like more seasonal content, like better seasonal content, Classic Plus content. That's where I would rather have them put that effort and put that manpower, but I definitely foresee them continuing just to drop Classic expansions every 2 years. Yeah, see, Alex, you started in BFA. So yeah, like, you would love to see Cataclassic and Mist of Pandaria and Warlords of Draenor and Legion. Like, you have a long road ahead of you for, like, what could interest you in Classic, and I think a lot of people are like that. You know, not everyone has played the game for 20 years. Eventually, you will be playing Battle for Azeroth Classic. And maybe you'll complete it then. When you're playing BFA Classic. In 6 years from now. We have to go up to Abercrombie to turn this one in. Let's head that way. Yeah, Shadowlands Classic. Yeah, they're working on that one right now. What would be really cool to see is if they continue to put out these classic versions of the game, maybe they could finish some of it. You know, like maybe in WoD Classic we could get the Act 2 that we didn't get originally. Maybe we can see all of Urel's story. Maybe we can get the Shatrath raid that we never got. It would be cool if they are going to continue putting out like classic versions of the expansions, if they could actually like add some of the content that got cut, change some things around, just add some stuff to make it better, would be ideal. Especially for like underperforming expansions like WoD, like Shadowlands. Can we get the real Shadowlands that was supposed to happen before the game floundered and they had to take it down from 3 patches to 2 patches? Can we get the real story of the Shadowlands? You know, where the jailer's story was different and all that stuff, because there was a different story to be told there that just never got told properly, and I would like to see that story. What's my favorite expansion from retail? Like historically? I don't know. It depends on like what era of the game you're talking about. Like overall, my favorite expansion was probably Burning Crusade, but more recently, my favorite expansion probably would have been Legion. As far as like the game feeling like Warcraft and being fun to play and stuff like that, like Legion was a really good expansion. Unfortunately, Legion also introduced what ruined the game for me, which was bolt-on power systems and the infinite grind. Because in Legion we got the artifact weapons. And the artifact weapons made it so that you had to get on every single day and grind as many world quests as you could to power up your artifact weapon, otherwise you were going to be useless to your raid team. So while I really enjoyed Legion for like its content and storytelling, like mechanically it started to ruin the game for me. It made it so that I couldn't really be a raider anymore. I had too much real life going on then. I couldn't get on for 3 hours a day and grind world quests, so it was the beginning of the end for my raiding career. And then Battle for Azeroth put the nail in the coffin. In 25 years, Joey, you'll be able to play Burning Crusade Classic. Yeah, we'll probably go through them all again at least one time, you know. Some of us will live that long, some of us won't.
You need something? See you.
I would love to play hardcore Burning Crusade. I think hardcore Burning Crusade was like some of the class changes were really good. Like the removal of a lot of the elites will make it more soloable for people.
See you later.
And I think that Burning Crusade Classic, like hardcore, could be really fun. But yeah, like you say, we'll never see it. Okay, so yeah, we're going back to town now. We have 15 minutes left on the Hearthstone, so we have to run it. You'd play TBC again before Cata? Yeah, me too. Like, if it was a choice, like, would you rather open up some TBC servers, or do you want Cataclysm? Like, yeah, I want the TBC servers. Mainly because I would really like to do hardcore there. Can't believe this wolf aggroed me. He must have a death wish. Oh, WoW Reforged. Yep. That's worked out well for them in the past. I think that like they should stop calling it Classic. You know, like Cataclysm Classic. It shouldn't be Cataclysm Classic. It should be Cataclysm Reforged. Because to people's point, like, it's not very classic at all. I remember when people thought that, like, Classic Plus was going to come off of, like, Wrath of the Lich King. Like, Wrath would conclude and people thought, like, oh, we'll get more content and it'll go in a different direction from Wrath of the Lich King. No. No, the people at Blizzard are not that creative. You are never going to see, like, Classic Plus content that goes off of an expansion into a different direction like that. Why Night Elf Warrior? Why not? Why not the Night Elf Warrior? That's the real question. Probably at the time, probably because I was sick of playing humans. I don't really remember where my head was at when we created the character. We created it a long time ago. In hardcore, though, one of the racials is useless, because one of the Night Elf racials is that you move faster when you're dead. So I think a lot of people avoid Night Elves because of that. Like, so in hardcore, like, you're never gonna make use of that racial. In a normal version of the game, it's really cool. It's nice to move faster when you're trying to get back to your body. So we're out of rested XP now on this character, and we don't have any green quests. So I'm kind of wondering what I want to do next. I'm down for ideas. I kind of feel like with a character in the 30s and a character in the 40s, like, is it time to put a third character into rotation? Do I need another hardcore character in the rotation? Maybe. I mean, now that my hardcore mage is dead, now that that is over, like, yeah, maybe I do. All the meta players pick a class based on the racials, yeah, and they die to kobolds. I've never really paid attention to the racials. I tend to make characters that I kind of like the idea of. I've never cared about the racials. In my mind, like, I hate racials because racials, like, powerful racials, are what stop them from opening up, like, the class restrictions. Like, the more powerful racial abilities are, the more they have to restrict what races can be which classes. And I would love to see a version of the game where there are no race class restrictions, where any race could be any class. Just open the floodgates, let people make the characters that they want to make. Retail is very close to that. But I would like to see a lot more openness in Classic era. I would like the ability to be like basically any class, any race combo that I want.
What can I do for you?
That would be ideal.
Go with honor, friend.
The more options people have to make their character, the better. Yeah, picking weird race class combos. Yeah, when things are restricted, you don't really get to. But when things are more open, then you can make some cool stuff. In my opinion, they need to open up Classic era a little bit, but they have trouble doing that because of how powerful the racials are.
Well met. Light bless you. Be careful. Light bless you. King's honor, friend. For the Alliance. Go with honor, friend. Be careful. Light bless you.
Go to South Shore or roll up a Warlock. So yeah, a Warlock's not a bad idea. I will say in full transparency that I started my nighttime leveling series today. So I've been talking for a while about having a leveling series where like we play and it's nighttime, and that way we can see like all of Azeroth at night.
Go with honor, friend.
So I started that today, and that character is a Warlock. So I need to avoid Warlock for hardcore, I think. I almost feel like doing something in hardcore on the Horde side might be a good idea. But then again, that kind of stops my meta progression on the Alliance side. Like if I do stuff on the Horde side, then I'm not accumulating gold and stuff for my Alliance characters.
Light be with you. Light bless you.
That is a nice reward. Look at that. 6 strength, 6 stamina. Oh my gosh.
For the Alliance.
That's huge. That being said, I have some Alliance characters that we could dust off. I have a level 12 priest, some low-level characters that are still alive on this server that, like, you know, just haven't been played in a long time. Because yeah, the alternative is we could go back to the wetlands and do a couple things. We could go to South Shore. Either way, we don't have rested XP, which is a huge bummer. Could do a shaman. I'm doing the shaman on Season of Discovery, but obviously like it plays a lot differently. Like Season of Discovery, it plays a lot differently than it plays in regular Classic era. It's not off the table. I'm gonna keep the shield. The sharp claws I can sell. I've always thought it was weird that Tauren hunters start with guns. Like, why would a Tauren start with a gun? Where are they getting these guns from? They don't have any industry. You know what I mean? Like, they're not known as like great engineers or metal workers. So it's always been very strange that they start with rifles. They should just start with bows. Like, there are no Horde side races before goblins that it makes sense for a hunter to start with a gun. It's just weird. It's just a little bit weird. Red Robin, thanks for being here. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Sorry to hear about that.
Safe travels.
Let's have a look. Yeah, see, I got level 12 priest. I'm not really like too keen to do that. I did have a shaman that I kind of started on my other channel, and then I just didn't feel like it. Honestly, in full transparency, I didn't have time. I didn't have time to do it as a recorded series. It turns out I always think I have like so much more time than I actually have in my life. I'm like, I have enough time to stream and record 3 or 4 videos a day, don't I? I'm like, no, it turns out I don't really have that much time. I love a shaman. Yeah, that could be something we could do. I created this warlock at some point, like I don't know why. Level 1 warlock. I got my namesake here, my level 1 pally, just kind of holding my name for me. Disconnected from the server. Oh, good. If we were ever going to get disconnected from the server, I'm so happy to get disconnected while at character select, and to not get disconnected while I'm out in the world. That was like the best disconnect I could ever hope for, actually. That was the best disconnect I could ever hope for. Okay, yeah, so we have some options. It was good timing, yeah. It was great timing, in fact. The mage was robbed. Yeah, the mage, that was just bad luck. I've never died to a disconnect before. It was not a good time. I will say that. I don't really remember like how I was feeling about the priest. There's probably a reason why it's been sitting for a long time. It's got 100% rested XP, so that's always good. I don't know. So angry looking. What other things are fun that we haven't done in a while? Haven't done a rogue in a while. Obviously, like I never play druids. I basically can't play druids. Orcs should start with guns. Yeah, fair enough. It would make more sense. Yes, because there are goblins in Orgrimmar. It would make more sense for orcs to start with guns. And for Tauren to start with bows. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, I always come back to the idea that I have unfinished business with the Paladin class. But I have so many, like, Alliance characters going. Like, do I just continue that same trend? I don't know. Might not be a good idea. I've never really got into... We had one gnome warrior that I was able to actually get into and enjoy. But that was like the only time that I ever had a gnome that I was able to be interested in. They're so tiny. Like, I don't know, they're so weird. Gnomes are so weird. It's hard for me to play something so weird and tiny. I don't know. Part of me is like off-put by it. Everyone loves a paladin. I've lost, you know, I lost the level 39 paladin falling off the boat. The level 47 pally had to get retired because he was solo self-found and he couldn't find any weapons. It's a rough time. We'll do this for a bit. Let's see how we feel.
How are you?
Why don't I focus on getting a character to 60 first? Why don't you focus on getting a character to 60 first and you let me do what I want to do?
See you around.
I've already explained it. I've already talked about what I'm doing with my hardcore characters and wanting them to get rested XP and stuff.
Need help? Be careful. Light bless you.
The time in my life where I focused on one character and getting one character to cap and playing a single character, like that time in my life has come and gone. I've been playing the game for 20 years, so... Yeah, I used to have one character that was my main. I used to raid on it every week. Like I've done all that, so... Especially, like, mainly when I'm here and I'm streaming, like, I'm mainly here to hang out with you guys.
Good day to you.
Like, I want to get all my hardcore characters to 60, obviously. I'd like to do that in, like, a pain-free way.
See you later.
But mainly, I'm just here to hang out. If I wanted to worry about having a main character that was at max level, like, I'll do that in retail, or I'll do that in Wrath of the Lich King. Like, I'm not gonna worry about rushing a classic era hardcore character to 60. Like, what is the point of rushing a classic era hardcore character to 60? What's the point?
Have a good
What are you gonna do?
Safe
Are you gonna do some 40-man raids on a hardcore server at 60? No, you're not gonna do anything. It's just about the journey. Well, the warrior's fine, Alex. You walked away for 1 minute, and the warrior's fine. We just don't have any green quests to do, and I want some rested XP. Raiding in hardcore sounds miserable. It would be miserable. Yeah. It would be miserable because eventually you would just die. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm just here doing this. We might not do this for long. I'm just like I would like my warrior and my hunter to get some rested, and we'll probably jump back on the hunter next. The hunter will have a little bit of rested XP. Probably next time that we stream, we'll probably get back on the hunter. We'll burn through the hunter's rested XP and like progress them a little bit. But I'm not like in a big rush. The alternative to this, like maybe I would play a shaman on the horde side. Like that would probably be the alternative to this. But for now, this is fine. We do have our level 12 priest, so like I could go on the priest, but... Yeah. There's always a part of me that like is drawn back to the paladin. Playing a paladin is everyone's desire. Yeah, I think it might be. A lot of people really like it. I love it. Yep, a plate class that can heal, yeah. Yeah, I'm wary of casting classes now in hardcore just because I lost that mage. It makes me realize that like in hardcore, like having a character that can auto attack is probably for the best. just in case I get disconnected.
How are you?
Because that just felt like really bad.
Have a good one.
If I had been disconnected like that on a warrior or on a paladin or on a rogue or on a hunter, I would have been fine. I had pulled like one enemy,
Safe
and like
travels.
any auto attack class would have dealt with that enemy just fine, and I would not have lost the character. But yeah, losing that mage was like, okay, maybe we don't play casters in hardcore. Maybe that's what we do. Yeah, Lael, I'm just messing around on a Pally. My namesake Pally. I made this character like right after I lost the mage the other day. And warrior's level 30. Needs some rested. Pally's level Hunter's level 41. She's getting rested XP. Next time we'll probably jump on the hunter. We'll progress the hunter a little bit, but I want them to have a little bit more rested XP. I think they were at like 30% rested. Yeah, like 30% rested, I would blow through that in like an hour and a half, I think. Once she has a little bit more rested, once I can get like a play session out of it without running out of rested XP, then I'll be fine to jump on it, do some questing. John, good afternoon, man. Yeah, I'm just here to chill and hang out. For as long as you guys want me to be here, for a little bit, you know. Like, I understand that, like, low-level characters are not everyone's cup of tea. But in hardcore, like, low-level characters are kind of a way of life. And if I was really interested in just having max-level characters, it would not be in Classic Era. If I wanted to focus on getting characters to max level, I would probably be playing Wrath of the Lich King, or I would be playing Retail. If what I wanted out of the game was just to get characters to max level, that's where I would do it. Because that's where there's stuff to do at max level. Like, there's nothing to do at max level in Classic Era. Nothing that I want to do. I don't really care about 40-man raids. And that's about all there is. How do you play this game? You download Battle.net and you make a Blizzard account, and then you pay them $15 a month, and then you install and play the game. Chad's only hardcore. It sounds appealing, but I have to decline. I should probably turn off my my guild invites. Otherwise, I'll just keep getting invited to rando guilds. Why is it $15 a month? Because nothing good is free. Because if you want a game that doesn't try to like nickel and dime you with microtransactions, then you have to pay money. If you want a cesspool game that's going to try to get you to buy shit all the time, then you can play like a free-to-play game. There's no box price for the game either, so it's not like a game where you pay like $60 and you have the game. Specifically for Classic, all they want you to do is pay $15 a month for as long as you want to play it. And then whenever you don't want to play, you stop paying them. Alex sent me a guild invite. Did I decline it? Oh, I see it. I declined everything. Yeah, I see it down here in my log now. I'm just declining stuff. I see something pop up and I say no. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention at all. Here we go. I'll get this one. There we go. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. Have I seen BBT? Not only have I not seen it, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. I'm kind of worried about finding out. Oh, Big Bang Theory. Okay. No, I mean, yeah, I'm aware of it. I don't watch a lot of sitcoms. I guess that'd be considered a sitcom. I'm not really like a big TV watcher.
What can I do for you? Be careful. Greetings. Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance. Light bless you.
You need something?
Maybe we should go talk to our trainer. That would be a good idea.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend. Well met. Light be with you. Be careful.
Sorry about that, had to update the title of the stream. Do I still enjoy retail? Yeah. Yeah, I played a little bit of retail last night, just on my own time. Did a bunch of world quests. Did some of the events in the Emerald Dream. Today, I might stream later because the new patch is out today, 10.2.5, with a new area and some new story stuff to do. So I very well might be back on later this evening to stream a little bit of that because I am excited to see what else they're adding. And I have been, since I figured out how to play retail again, which took me like 5 days and some help from chat, I've been having a good time. So yeah, I'm still enjoying retail. Yep. And I may be on later tonight to stream a little bit of it. Servers were supposed to come back up at 6 o'clock my time. I'm sure like maybe the servers are even already up. I know a lot of times they say the servers are going to be down all day and then they open up early. But if I get back on tonight for retail stuff, it'll probably be after dinner time. Yeah, I'm really excited to see the Gilneas stuff. They said that they're going to get their city back. I don't think they're going to actually get their city back in this patch, but I'm hoping that we take steps towards like having a Gilneas where we can actually like run around like an actual city. I don't know if that's ever really going to happen, but that's kind of what they've alluded to. Why is Classic so much better than retail? I mean, that's a matter of opinion. That's all. It's just, that is a complete personal opinion of individual human beings, and it's not a fact that can be quantified by any measurable data. So, yeah. Everybody's different. Everybody likes different things, and the games are very different. Retail is a game that focuses on doing stuff at max level. It has tons of stuff to do at max level, and most of the content is done at max level. And Classic is a game that is all about the journey, because there really isn't a lot to do at max level. Not in Classic era, anyway.
For the Alliance. Need help?
Yeah, even if Gilneas becomes a city, no one's going to use it. Yeah, for sure.
Light bless you.
That's why they don't make a lot of new cities. It's like, there could be a new city, but no one's going to use it anyway, so why
Go
bother?
with honor, friend. What are you looking for? For the Alliance.
Malik, a long time ago I said I didn't want to stream. What changed my mind? I have no idea. People change. Yeah, there was definitely a time when I did not think I would stream. Part of what changed my mind was the hardcore challenge. When I started to do a lot of hardcore on the channel, back on Bloodstone Buccaneers, and then they told us that official hardcore was going to be coming out eventually, I thought it would be really cool to just have the hardcore challenge and have all of that be on stream. That way, like, whatever happens, it happens in front of everybody. But even then, like, I didn't know I wanted to do it. But yeah, I just changed. There were a lot of things about streaming that I didn't think I was very comfortable with, that eventually I just got over. Like a lot of random insecurities that I just was able to get over eventually. What really happened was, like, a lot of you guys seemed to want to watch me stream. I remember that the first time I streamed, I got on just to do a test. I wanted to make sure that OBS worked. I wanted to make sure that all my setup worked for streaming. So I got on, I started up the stream, I went live, and then before I knew it, I had 20, 40, 50, 80 people hanging out in the stream with me. And I thought, oh, people actually do want to hang out for some reason. Let's do more of that. But yeah, a lot of times a hypocrite is simply a person who's in the process of change. Could I invite you to my guild? I might be able to. I really don't know what kind of powers I have in my guild right now. What's the character name? The guild is pretty small right now. A lot of people stop playing hardcore to go play SOD. So right now, like, the playership in the guild is pretty small. Although I noticed there were some more people recently. We were down to like 6 people. I think I had booted most people who were inactive. And then now some people the people that are in the guild at least are like relatively active. Like 19 days, you're probably about to get kicked. 19 days is a long time to be inactive. One day, Nancy, I'm gonna ask you why it has to be that way. I'm not going to ask today. Part of me probably doesn't want to know. But I do often ask just why? Why? Don't answer. Because I don't know if I really want to know. There we go. I'll invite you to the guild though. It's not, the name is nothing bad. I like, the thing is though, you have to like just admit what it sounds like. Like, okay, you can say it's nothing bad, except I can't say your name out loud. I can't bring myself to say it out loud. So while it's obviously like nothing bad, it just sounds strange, you know? Like I can't say it. I can't even bring myself to do it. So there's that. What realm are we on? This is the Defias Pillagers, which is one of the US East hardcore realms, or the US East hardcore realm. I'm gonna keep calling you Nancy because that's what you've done. That's what you've done to yourself. You are now Nancy. So enjoy that. I had to pick either the first part of the name or the last part of the name, so I landed on the last part. Hyper spawns. Alex, what's up, man? Nice. I'll take them. I hadn't thought about bags yet, man, but I appreciate you. That's awesome. Yeah, I got a lot of bags today. I started up my nighttime playthrough on a warlock today, and I got like so many random bags to drop. It was marvelous. Ooh, nice. Thank you for giving me the bags first, because yeah, otherwise I would not be able to fit all this stuff. This is what's called streamer privilege. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Let's see. I need more action bars. Where are my action bars? There we go. Let's get some of this stuff out here. Let's go ahead and put this over here. Okay, that should be good. Boop. Let's pop all these. Now we're good to go. Requires level 5, so we're not quite there yet. Alright, we should be good. The 14 slot bags are selling for 5 gold. That's pretty good. That's a lot of gold. Tailors are making bank. I could give mining and blacksmithing another shot on this one. Or I could do herbalism alchemy. I could really go either way. The hunter did not die. Nope, the hunter's level 41. The hunter needs lots of rested XP. We'll probably play the hunter, if not tomorrow, then by the day after I'll be ready to get back on the hunter. And they'll have enough rested by then. I want to be able to get through like an entire stream without running out of rested XP. And then the warrior hit level 30, and the warrior is also getting some rested XP. I'm just doing this so we can keep hanging out. Like, I could have either stopped the stream for today, and I could have just shelved the warrior for a bit, because I do want them to get some rested. Or I could jump on another character. So instead of stopping the stream for the day, like, I just decided to jump on this paladin. Which I created this paladin after my mage died the other day. And it's kind of been calling my name. She's resting but not in pieces. Yes, exactly, Alex.
King's honor, friend.
Yeah.
Be careful.
She's resting but not rip.
For the Alliance. Go with honor, friend. Light be with you. Be careful.
Alright, so now we are headed over to deal with the Defias. Should I train level 4? Yeah, I should probably go ahead and train level 4. I should probably go ahead and vendor all of my junk. And all that good stuff.
Well met.
There we go. Hang on to these.
Light bless you. Need help? Be careful.
Don't I have a macro? I swear I have a macro. Right here. Judgment, and then Seal of Righteousness. Okay. And so, yeah, if I do that, then I might not need to have the seal out. Maybe we can do something like that. Because if I hit it and I don't have a seal up, it'll cast the seal. And then if I do have a seal up, it should judge the seal, and then it should recast the seal. Yep, there we go. Okay, so there we go. That's my one button macro for success on the Paladin. We only need the one button. Now we're good to go. Do I have a rogue in retail? I started leveling a rogue in retail. I leveled it for a little bit. I took it into Warlords of Draenor content. Two things happened. I don't really care for the Warlords of Draenor content. The other thing is, the rogue is kind of boring to play. I don't know why. Yeah, I think for retail I have to stick with my shaman. My shaman's max level, and like... I leveled the druid to level 47, and I wasn't really interested in that. I leveled the rogue for a little while, and I wasn't really interested in that. And I feel like maybe the only class that I'm going to play in retail right now is going to be the shaman. So far, nothing else has really resonated with me. I thought about trying a mage in retail, but right now I don't have time to record any more stuff. So right now I'm kind of taking a hiatus from retail leveling. Would it make sense to have the macro do the seal and then judge? I mean, you could do it that way, but like if the seal's not up, it will put the seal up. You know what I mean? Like if there is no seal, it will still put the seal up, and then that's all that it will do. Like right now, there's no seal. I hit that and the seal goes up. And now the next time I hit it, it'll judge it, and then it'll recast the seal. So even if all I want to do is put the seal up, I can still use this button to do that. But there are probably multiple ways you could write the macro, yeah. to be fair. To be fair, I'm not great at macros. But this one served me pretty well on the level 39 Paladin that I got killed, so... Lots of people out here in the fields today. I was gonna take on 2 of them, I'm not gonna take on 3 of them. Yeah, also keep in mind that when I judge the seal, it goes away. Yeah, you have to put it up. Every time you judge it, you have to put the seal back up. And so that's part of what the macro does for me. Boots are not quite as good as what I already have on. I think they changed it in Wrath of the Lich King. As far as like making the seal stay up and making it up for 30 minutes. Alex, nobody wants your Prospector Axe for 30 gold? Is that the asking price for it? Is that the average price, 30 gold? That's a lot of gold. For like a lower level weapon. I will buy it from you for 30 copper. That's my final offer. Yeah, I like the changes they made to the Paladin, but there's something really special about the classic era Pally. I know like people hate having to recast the seal. I don't know. It's almost like, it can be an auto attack class almost if you really want it to. Like you don't need to obsess about judging the seal every time. I don't know what it is. I'm always drawn back to the classic era Pally. Alex, you didn't have to do that, man. Really? You didn't have to do that. I appreciate it, and I'll take it, and I'll use it. But yeah. Thank you. I'll just say thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, chances are I'll get obsessed with this Paladin. Chances are good. Yeah, it's just it's an iconic class. There are a couple of like iconic classes. You know, the Paladin is one of them. The Mage is one of them. All the classes are good, but there's something really special about the Paladin, especially like just being a human Paladin. It just feels right. You tried it on the auction house 5 times. Oh, right on. You made a good go of it. You tried to sell it, so that's good at least. I'm gonna use the crap out of it, so. one of the things I'm going to want to do like really early on this character, I'm going to want to go over to Teldrassil. Leveling in Teldrassil really helped in Season of Discovery on the Priest. It kept us like way ahead of the leveling curve. So I'm going to want to do Teldrassil. I'm going to have to figure out like mathematically like when I want to do that. Because we're gonna need to do all 3 starting areas, and not just Darkshore, but actually going to Teldrassil at like level 10, level 9 or 10, doing stuff out of Dalinar. That really helped my priest. My priest got so far ahead of the leveling curve that I got to level 25 and I hadn't touched anything in Darkshire. And I would like to replicate that. Yeah, I want to go there early.
What can I do for you?
I almost I almost want to go there before I do stuff in Loch Modan. Because for some reason, like, Loch Modan is always challenging to me. When I try to go to Loch Modan at like level 7 or 8, it's always a challenge. Not sure why.
See you around. Have a good one. Hey there. Safe travels.
What can I help you with?
Is Dragonflight worth getting for someone that wants to come back to WoW after like 10 years? Yes.
For the Alliance.
I would say yes. It's just that, like, you're gonna have to approach it, like, slowly. And you're gonna have to accept that once you get to max level, it's gonna take you a while to figure out, like, what's going on. But I think it's definitely worth it. Jason, the quest in Stormwind, like the little run-around quest? Yeah, I should do them. Yeah, like the one that kind of tells you to go over to like various buildings and like do a little tour of Stormwind. I should do those. Because you're right, I typically skip them. And they are good experience. Yeah, you're right, Alex. You might get Dragonflight by just pre-purchasing the new expansion. Maybe. I'm not sure how they handle that.
You need something? See you around.
That could be how they're doing it now.
Safe travels.
I'm pretty sure I saw that. Yeah, like if you pre-order War Within, then you could just get access to Dragonflight. And then you're ready for the next expansion too when that comes out. Yeah, I mean it's $90 if you want the was it like 4 days early access. Yeah, it's not cheap. You could pay $60, but then when War Within comes out, you're gonna have to wait like 4 or 5 additional days to play it. So it really depends on like if that's important to you or not. Like for me, like I can't spend the $60 and then play 4 days later. Like if I'm gonna spend the $60. I have to scrounge up the $90 so that I can play it on time when it comes out, when it actually comes out. But not everyone feels that way, I'm sure. For some people, saving like the $30 is like just not even an option. Like they have to save the $30. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to purchase it until I have the $90 to do so. Thankfully, I have some time before it actually comes out. This guy was gonna run right up and gank it anyway, so I'm just gonna gank it before he can. That's a lot of enemies. Okay, okay, moving on. Yeah, they did the early release thing first with Diablo, and it worked. Even I paid the $80 to play Diablo when, like, early. And it's not early, it's just when the game actually opens up. So yeah, it worked with Diablo 4, and so of course they're gonna do that from now on. $90 is a lot to pay for a game, though. Is there game time included with that $90? I'm not sure if maybe there's a month of game time that's included. That would kind of make it like a little bit more palatable, I guess. I mean, you get other stuff, like you get cosmetics and stuff, but I don't really care too much about that other stuff. This is a lot of guys. I think we're fine though, because we're on a Paladin. So we're gonna be fine. And a fourth one. Nope, nope, somebody else pulled him. Nope, nope, he's back on us. Let's kill this one off and then I'll heal up. Alright, dare we go after Garrick Padfoot? Maybe we'll be able to group up with somebody. We do get 30 days of extra game time. Okay, well then it's like, well then, like, whatever 90 minus $15 is, then that's what you're actually paying. He resisted. That's not great.
Good day to you. Have a good one. See you later. See you around.
Yeah, Alex, that does suck. I agree. That's actually, like, really heinous. I couldn't afford to. That's kind of crazy.
What can I do for you? See you later.
I feel like maybe if you only had to buy the box copy once, but then you could pay like 2 subs. Like it kind of makes sense to pay 2 subs. It doesn't really make sense to have to buy the box copy twice.
See you around.
It doesn't make sense to have to pay 2 subs either, honestly. You should be able to, like, play on whatever servers you want, in my opinion.
I buy and trade. Go with honor, friend. I supply only the finest goods.
I've never seen this color palette before on these pants. What are these? Warrior's pants. I've seen the blue color tone. I've seen a red color tone. I've never seen this olive green color tone before. Huh.
Light bless you.
Interesting. This is not the way we want to go.
Hey there. See you later. Have a good one.
I think I'm gonna go grind up level 6 so we can train level 6 before we go to Goldshire. There we go.
Light be with you. For the Alliance. King's honor, friend. Be careful.
So the last time I played a Paladin, I did not use Seal of Crusader at all. And I think I'm going to continue with that same philosophy on this Paladin. I don't think I'm going to use this. There's something to be said for seal weaving. That's true. But I don't think the downside of seal weaving is simply that you blow a lot more mana. So I'm not going to. And we're going to see how that goes. Getting Divine Protection this early is amazing. Didn't really remember that.
Hello. See you around.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to just doing Seal of Righteousness. It's what I did on the level 39 Pally that died on the boat. It was working really well on that character. We were able to basically never run out of mana. It was obviously like a little bit more auto attack heavy for the rotation, but I really enjoyed that rotation. And I think I'm going to do the exact same thing here. And we'll kind of like play it by ear, but yeah, I really enjoyed having that simplified rotation, and just being able to go from pull to pull without having to stop for mana is always one of my biggest goals on a character.
Well met. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you. Go with honor, friend.
So I think a good time to go to Teldrassil will probably be right at level 8. Right at level 8, I'll train level 8. And that way we can go to Teldrassil and I don't have to worry about training again until level 10. And then we'll have to make sure that we also... We have to hit everything.
You need
So
something?
we're probably going to go to Teldrassil at
Safe
level
travels.
8. We'll do 8 to 10. And then we'll circle back to Loch Modan, and we'll do the low-level stuff in Loch Modan once we're level 10. That's kind of what I'm imagining for this character. To make sure that we can hit up all the starting areas.
How are you? See you around.
And really just get way ahead of the leveling curve early on. Do I have any money? Not really. As much as I would like to grab first aid and fishing and all that stuff, I really can't afford to right at the moment, so we'll
See
hold
you
off
later.
for now. Take the water.
Safe travels.
I will set the
Good day to
Hearthstone
you.
here
Have
for
a
the
good
time being. You know, the first thing I should probably do, well, it comes down to having money. Let's do some of the running around stuff first. Eventually, we want to go to Stormwind. We have a couple quests there to run around Stormwind. Yeah, like a level 2 quest. It's a little bit of XP, you know. It's not going to be a little bit of XP for long. Let's go do that stuff. Maybe that'll get us enough copper to train blacksmithing and really I want to get mining. I want to get mining so we can start that as early as possible. So that I'm going to do that. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm going to do. Because otherwise I'm going to lose these quests. They're only level 2, so they're not going to be green for very long. you've done them first, like before doing anything else, and then hearth back to the Abbey. That's not a bad way to do it. Because, yeah, they're really low-level quests, so yeah, it would probably be really beneficial to do them at level 1 or at level 2. That's going to be when they're worth the most XP, like comparative to your level. Loud Stormwind music. Let's dial that down a little bit.
Good day to you. Safe travels. See you around. You need something? Have a good one.
That quest that we just took, I don't think I've ever done that quest before. So that's interesting. What do we have? The wine shop is on the other side of the canal. So is this one, I think. Dan, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Greetings. Be careful. Farewell.
Hey there. See you later. How are you? Have a good one.
Alright, awesome. I'm pretty sure that's it for now. We do have to make our way to the Dwarven District if we want to pick up mining. So let's go do that. That's funny, Sarah. The NPC's last name is literally Taylor in German. Sounds like something Blizzard would do.
Welcome.
The problem here is that we might be really broke. Let's grab the mining pick. Okay, we have 21 copper left. We can at least get mining skill. We might not be able to get blacksmithing skill right now. But we can get mining skill. Oh, it's only 10 copper. Okay, we could probably get blacksmithing as well. But after that, we're going to be completely, utterly broke, which is fine. We don't need money right now anyway. Primordial, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by.
Greetings.
Alright, there we go. Okay, so that's done. We could probably just go ahead and hearth out. Let's just go back to Goldshire. And we'll keep on keeping on. I should probably also track minerals. There we go. Find minerals. We are good. Johnny, good afternoon, man. Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Safe travels.
A prot would be fun if it wasn't slow. I mean, in reality, like the Paladin is kind of like a slower class in general. I don't really mind it. I think I'm probably going to stick with a two-hander for this one. But prot wouldn't be bad. I can't remember what we were focusing on with our last Paladin, if I was focusing on a one-hander and a shield, or if I was doing a two-handed build, I can't recall. I feel like it started off as a one-hander and shield character, but it might have eventually evolved into a two-hander. I think for this one I'll probably stick with two-handers. Which isn't to say that I might not tank a few dungeons. We might need to get a shield and a one-hander, because I might tank some low-level dungeons.
Hello. Be careful.
Okay, Princess Must Die, Lost Necklace. Let's run out and talk to Tommy Joe. Let's go grab the copper node over here. Holy has good survivability. I don't think I've ever like leveled up as Holy. I mean, I think we take a couple of talents in the Holy tree, but I don't think I've ever made my way down the tree. Isn't Divine Strength in Holy? I think we go in there for Divine Strength.
How are you?
I've gone as far as Consecration before.
Safe travels.
You need something? Be careful.
If Improved Seal of Righteousness is in the Holy Tree, we're gonna at least be getting that. Yeah, because I plan to focus on Seal of Righteousness. I'm not gonna go into Seal of Command, and I'm not gonna be using Seal of Crusader, so we're definitely gonna want Improved Seal of Righteousness. I won't tell you the hunter is gone, because the hunter is not gone. Nope. The hunter and the warrior are both getting rested XP. The hunter is level 41, the warrior is level 30. And they're at a point where I want them to have some rested XP. We'll probably pick up the hunter in a couple of days. Once they have like 50 or 60% rested XP, then we can pick them back up. And at least burn off all the rested. And then pop them back on the shelf. Apparently we already have all the meat that we need. That's nice.
Hello. Have a good one. See you later. See you around.
Camping King, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, into the mine we go. Let's see if we can avoid getting killed. Chris, you need me back in Wrath? Yeah, like some days I wake up, man, and I like really want to play Wrath, and then I do. But like most days, I just like, I can't get into it. It's really weird. I don't know what it is. There's like, ultimately there's too much WoW to play. Like too many different versions of WoW. And only so much time. But yeah, every once in a while I get on and I'm like, man, I want to run some Titan runes. It's just that doesn't happen most days. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because like I know Cataclysm's coming out. I guess like because to me, in my mind, like Wrath is really winding down, right? That's probably what it is. It's probably just like a mental thing for me, like thinking about like Wrath is winding down. Like I know there's content that's still like fun to do, but I do kind of feel like I'm in a holding pattern, kind of like waiting for Cataclysm to come out. Even though, you know, that's going to be a little while. When is it slated to come out? Like spring or early summer? But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I wish I had time, and I wish I had like more gumption to play more Wrath of the Lich King. I think like when Cataclysm comes out, I'm gonna have to change the way that I approach post-era Classic. When Cataclysm comes out, I'm probably really gonna have to focus on just having one character. That's my character. That's the only character that I'm gonna play in Cataclysm. I'm gonna level it. I'm gonna play it at max level. I'm gonna focus entirely on it. And I think I'm gonna have to approach it now like how I'm kind of starting to approach retail. Which is like, I have my one character, I get them to max level, and that's the only character that I play in that version of the game. Because between seasons and hardcore, there's like way too much WoW to play. There's way too much WoW to play. Yeah, the Wrath gear won't matter at all in Cata. No, Alex, you're absolutely right. Like that's what I mean when I say like I'm like in a holding pattern. Because like yeah, I can get on and like do the raids. It would be fun to do the raids, right? I would probably have a good time. But it's not like I really need the gear. it's not, I'm not working towards anything. Like if I play a character right now in Wrath of the Lich King, like that character's not really progressing anything meaningful. Nothing meaningful is being progressed in light of the fact that Cataclysm is going to come out, going to have 5 new levels to level through, going to have a bunch of new content. And I don't even really know what my plans are for Cataclysm yet. I don't know if I'm going to take the Blood Elf Paladin into Cataclysm. I don't know if I'm going to do something else entirely. I'm probably going to be leveling a Worgen up. So like that might become my main. I really don't know. But yeah, whatever I do in Cataclysm, I'm going to have to approach it a little bit differently. I'm not going to have a bunch of alts in Cataclysm. I'm going to have one character. That's going to be my main. That's going to be where I do all my content. And then I can have alts. I'll have alts in hardcore and in season of whatever comes next. And, you know, all that stuff. A Worgen warrior? Yeah, it could be. I've been wondering, like, what class am I going to play? I know I want to do a Worgen. I haven't decided on what class. Part of me thought Worgen Druid, but then, like, how, that's kind of, like, pointless. Like, you're a werewolf, but then you shapeshift into something else. So, like, Worgen Druid, that's neat and everything, but it almost seems kind of silly, in a way. Because, like, you're already a Worgen, and then you're going to transform into a bear or a cat. Then you're not going to get to see how cool you are as a Worgen. It's kind of, like, defeats the purpose. Yeah, maybe a warrior. At that point, it will have been a long time since I played a warrior in that era of the game, so... I should have tagged this. I should have said tag, then this guy wouldn't have minded. You can hit it once, dude. If you want it, go ahead and take a hit on it. It's fine. I'm not bogarting it. It sounds like the 1 to 80 journey is going to be super trivial in Cata this time around compared to the original release. Yeah, they did say like one of their bullet points at BlizzCon was faster leveling. And I thought to myself, like, Cataclysm leveling was already really, really fast. Like, how fast do you want the leveling to be? It's probably going to be like a little bit faster than Joyous Journey's leveling is. Yeah, leveling's not going to be a big deal in Cataclysm. That's why I think I'm going to have one character. I'm going to do the Alliance side because I want to see the Alliance zones that changed. I never really got to see all of them originally because I played Horde side. So yeah, maybe I'll do a Worgen warrior, and that'll just be my character. Because I'm not going to have time for Cataclysm alts. I'm not really going to have time to level up a bunch, or really the desire to level up a bunch of Cataclysm alts. I'll keep my alts in hardcore, where they belong. Darren, good afternoon, man. Thanks for stopping by the stream. And yeah, I'm sure with Cataclysm they'll do the same thing they did with Wrath of the Lich King, right? They're going to have Heroic Plus, Heroic Plus Plus, Heroic Plus Plus Plus. I'm fully expecting them to do the same sorts of things in Cataclysm that they did with Wrath of the Lich King. So there will be plenty of time to do like Heroic Gamma runs in Cataclysm. Yeah, people will probably always like the older zones better to some degree. Westfall is a good example. Yeah, I don't really care for the funny little murder mystery that they turned Westfall into either. I remember Westfall. Westfall is a zone on the Alliance side that I have done in Cataclysm. And yeah, it's like, it has a little silly murder mystery. It's kind of like, it's like tongue-in-cheek. I really don't like stuff that's tongue-in-cheek. And that's how a lot of that stuff comes. Oh, Red Ridge being a Rambo movie. Yeah, I do know some of the early, like, remakes for Cata on the Alliance side. I guess I don't like a lot of them. I don't like the Murder Mystery Westfall. I don't like the Rambo movie Red Ridge. The stuff doesn't really age well. It was never clever to begin with. It was never clever to begin with, but it like resonated a lot more 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever, than it does today. They flooded Thousand Needles, everybody hates that. They put some stuff in Azara, but listen to this. They put goblin stuff in Azara. How horrible is that? I hate
there.
Goblins.
Safe travels.
So it's cool that they took Azara and they did something with it in Cataclysm, but the fact that what they did with it was put goblins in it, like, I'm not really like a huge fan of that. Yeah, the Azara Battleground stuff, that comes from, like, classic era. Like, the development they did on the Azara Battleground, that's classic era development that never got put into the game. We're kind of hoping that maybe we will see that at some point in the Season of Discovery. Or that they'll do something in Azara in the Season of Discovery in either the 40 to 50 bracket or in the 50 to 60 bracket. That's the hope. But we'll see. Yeah, Cataclysm is a big step towards retail. That's not wrong. You know, they revamped the talent so you don't have as many talent choices. The systems are different. The leveling is a lot faster. Cataclysm is a huge step towards, like, a more retail-esque version of the game, where a lot of what you do that matters is going to happen at max level. And that's okay. It's okay because we have so many different versions of WoW to play. You know, we're always going to have Classic Era, we're always going to have Classic Era Hardcore, we're going to have seasons of Classic Era. So it's okay for Cataclysm to be a step in the direction of retail, as like a middle ground between Classic and retail. Because yeah, the things that I'm going to enjoy about Cataclysm, a lot of what I'm going to enjoy is going to be the endgame stuff. Like doing the raids I've never seen before, doing the heroics, looking forward to the heroic plus, and plus. Like, a lot of what I want to look forward to in Cataclysm is going to be endgame stuff. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how we feel about it once we're there. Ultimately, like, the more I play retail, though, the more I think to myself, if I want to focus on endgame content, retail is really the best place to do that. You know what I mean? Because when you're doing endgame content in retail, you know that there's going to be more endgame content. When you're clearing a raid in retail, you know that the gear you're getting is going to help you do the next raid. And at some point in Classic, like that stops being true. So we'll see. I'm thinking that I want to raid in Cataclysm, but anything could happen between now and then.
You need something? See you later.
Will transmog be available in Cataclysm right away? I'm not sure. I'm assuming that it will be. I'm assuming like any systems that they're going to add to Cataclysm, those systems should be in it from like minute one, day one.
What can I do for you?
Even if they originally got added later on, if it was a system that was added later on in Cata, it should launch with it in Classic.
Be careful.
That's how they've handled systems before. It's like if they got a system, they usually launch with it. The exception was Looking for Group. Looking for Dungeon Finder, we didn't get it on launch of Wrath.
Light bless you.
But I think for Transmog, I think you can expect to see that right away. There wouldn't be a good reason for them to wait on it, you know?
Hey there. See you around. Have a good one. Safe travels.
Yeah, Primordial, that's true. Every spec is viable. However, like every version of WoW, there's always a meta. You know, there's always the preferred DPS classes, there's always the preferred healers, there's always the preferred tanks. So while yes, you know, you can be an Arcane Mage or a Frost Mage or a Fire Mage, in every season there's going to be a meta listing, and groups are always going to be more likely to invite classes that are part of the current meta. You know, even if more is viable. That's true in like every version of WoW. There's always a meta, and you're always more likely to get an invite if you're part of the meta. The good thing about retail is that the meta changes. Like, the meta changes over time. So if your favorite spec isn't part of the meta in this season, just wait, it might be part of the meta in the next season.
Have a good one.
Whereas in Classic, it doesn't change as much.
See you later. Have a good one.
Greetings. For the Alliance. Go with honor, friend.
Alright guys, I'm going to take a break here for today. I think next time we're going to grind out to level 8, and then I'm going to take this character over to Teldrassil, and we're going to do stuff out of Dalinar. I want to make sure that we hit up all of the starting areas on this character to get it as far ahead of the leveling curve as we possibly can. I may be getting back on this evening to check out the Seeds of Renewal, to check out the new retail patch. I'm not sure if the retail servers are up yet, but I do want to try to get on later, at least for a little bit. There probably won't be a lot of story content to do week 1. They usually try to like feed you the story content bit by bit by bit with every week that passes, but I'm going to try to get on later to do some of that retail stuff. If you are interested in seeing the Seeds of Renewal, I hope to see you guys then. If not, I'll be back tomorrow around the usual time, 11 noon, somewhere around then. And I think we'll get right back on this character, and we will keep going. We'll let our high-level characters get rested XP, and we'll keep going on the Pally. I've had a great time today. Thank you guys for being here for it. As always, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.